Coming up, allegations against a Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity member have come to light after a hazing incident left one Ole Miss student seriously injured last semester. This and more coming up. Newswatch Ole Miss starts now. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Newswatch Ole Miss. I'm Leah Blevins. Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity is facing hazing allegations and a potential lawsuit after an alleged hazing incident last fall. According to the University Police Department, pledges were blindfolded while an active fraternity brother sprayed them in the face with bleach or some kind of cleaner containing bleach. The potential lawsuit is coming from a pledge who is facing long-term effects from the chemical being sprayed into his mouth. Active member James Higgins was arrested and charged with aggravated assault in connection to the incident. Graduation is less than a month away, and seniors just found out how many tickets they will receive for the ceremony. But they still have a lot of questions left to answer. AJ Norwood has the story.
Graduation is near, and while some students are preparing to walk across the stage, others are worried about whether or not their loved ones can actually attend.
I have 4 siblings, and then my parents and step-parents, so I can only invite my parents and my step-parents and not my siblings to my graduation.
Up until a week ago, graduating students had no idea how many tickets that they would be given. And now with graduation just 30 days out, graduates from the 2020 class still have a lot of questions that are unanswered.
The university says that the number of allocated tickets for each ceremony varies based on the number of graduates in each school. Assistant Dean of Student Services Jennifer Simmons says the School of Journalism students are getting 8 tickets each, but many details such as how and where to claim them are still being worked out.
The process by which they'll claim those tickets will be released from university and public events soon.
But regardless of how many tickets students receive, they may be able to get additional passes from students who don't plan on using theirs.
I think you can ask people if they're not using theirs, but it's really hard because everyone's asking for them.
But others think that the amount of tickets that they are given are enough.
So I have a family of 5, so that's perfect enough for my close family to come.
Tickets for the 2020 graduates have not yet been announced, but RSVP for those students is now closed. However, they can still contact their dean if they wish to participate. Simmons says she is hopeful the university will release more information in the coming days. AJ Norwood, Newswatch Ole Miss.
Thank you, AJ. We will keep you updated as we learn more about instructions for both 2020 and 2021 graduates. Oxford woman Lashetta Nicole Hickenbottom is facing charges of child neglect after a child under her care tested positive for amphetamines. According to the Oxford Police Department, they were notified on March 8th by Child Protective Services about an investigation into the Hickenbottoms, which resulted in a warrant for her arrest. She was arrested on Monday and has a $20,000 bond. The university released a housing plan with 6 goals to be achieved within the next 6 years. The plan laid out goals to enhance student experience, increase occupancy, and incorporate sustainability, while also addressing a growing problem in traditional residence halls, mold. Residents of Crosby Hall have been reporting issues with mold since 2018. Though in the past, the Department of Student Housing has denied the presence of mold in Crosby or any other residence hall, the new plan includes mold testing each summer in Crosby, Stockard, and Martin halls. Author, publisher, editor. These are just a few of the many roles of visiting professor Ralph Eubanks. Newswatch reporter Kaylee Crafton had the chance to sit down with Eubanks to discuss his new book.
Professor and UM alum Ralph Eubanks is no stranger to writing about the state of Mississippi. And in his new book, A Place Like Mississippi, A Journey Through a Real and Imagined Literary Landscape, Eubanks tells the story of Mississippi in a new way. And yesterday we sat down to discuss his new book even more.
So what makes this one special?
What really makes it special is the focus on the landscape itself, which has always been a great interest of mine. I feel that connection, that intimacy with the landscape of Mississippi. So I got to, the opportunity to write about an aspect of Mississippi that I really like writing about. I want people to focus on the beauty of the place, but I also want them to understand the complexities within it. And I begin the book thinking much more generally about this idea of what is it that everyone thinks that they know about Mississippi, and then proceeding to tell the reader that I'm going to take them on a journey to these places that they think that they know, but maybe don't know as well as they think they do. I feel in a lot of ways, Mississippi is a mirror, and it tells us a lot about the rest of this country. And there are a lot of things that people see in Mississippi's mirror that they don't like to see, that they want to completely push off to Mississippi and say that has nothing to do with me in Massachusetts, Montana, or Michigan, when it has everything to do with them. And that's what I hope that people nationally will take away. So there are all these books that I hope people will read, but at the same time, I hope they realize in reading those books, what story does that say about America? Not just Mississippi, but America.
Thank you, Kaylee. You're in Town the Musical begins streaming tomorrow and will continue to be available on demand through Sunday. This production closes out the university's Department of Theater and Film's 2020-2021 season, which has been full of innovation in the face of the challenges brought with the pandemic. In order to place actors on the same stage, close together, and unmasked, the production team recorded each person individually and digitally inserted them into group scenes. Tickets to stream the production are $10 per device and are available at the link on the department's Facebook page. Bruce Livingston is the Chancellor's Artist in Residence at the Sally McDonnell Barksdale Honors College. Livingston is a pianist and released a new album in February focused on the pandemic. Now, his album has 3.5 million streams between Apple Music and Spotify. The songs are meant to bring comfort and reflect the isolating experience of the pandemic. Livingston is a Mississippi Delta native who has played at Carnegie Hall and the Lincoln Center, among other prestigious venues. Livingston holds the Lester Glenn Fant Chair at the university. In more musical news, the Collegians will perform at a free jazz concert tonight at 7:30 p.m. The UM Jazz Choir will debut as well. It will be located outside between the Music Building and the Memory House on University Avenue. Masks and lawn chairs or blankets are recommended. Parking is available at the Ford Center. If you can't make it tonight, there will be a second show on April 15th. And finally, the Grove was the center of activity again this afternoon. A food truck festival took over the Grove earlier today. Taylor Grocery, Landshark, Oxicles, Wiggly's, Jake's Barbecue, Hotbox Hibachi, and the university's own Blends Bowls were featured. It was certainly a beautiful day to be outside. We have the latest in the world of sports and the current weather conditions up next. Stay with us.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
The Rebel baseball team took both of their midweek contests and now have their sights set on revenge. And the future for Ole Miss Rifle just got even brighter. Emily Cochran has the latest coming up next in sports.
You told me not to talk to strangers. You told me not to cross the street without looking both ways.
You told me not to touch the stove.
You told me not to do drugs.
You told me not to drink and drive.
You gave me so many messages about how to stay safe. Why didn't you keep me safe by properly storing your gun?
I am a nurse,
a firefighter, a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm and disaster that threatens my community. I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Yeah, Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fixed and dry. Welcome to Sports Watch. I'm Emily Cochran. Starting things off on the diamond, Ole Miss baseball faced Alcorn State in their second game of the midweek Tuesday night. The number 3 Rebs capitalized on a 6-run 6th inning and used efficient arms to carry them to the season sweep over the Braves. Ole Miss will ride their 8-1 victory into a huge weekend series at home, welcoming a number 2 ranked Arkansas to Oxford for the second home SEC series of the season, as they look for revenge against the team that ended their last playoff run. First pitch is set for 6 p.m. Friday, and we can expect to see Gunnar Hoagland on the rubber. Keeping things on the diamond, Ole Miss softball took on Central Arkansas Tuesday night at home. The Rebs fell behind early due to an error, but came back swinging in the third, scoring 3 runs. Anna Borgen picked up her 8th win of the season, leaving the game in the 6th, and Savannah Diedrich finished things off for her first save of the year, striking out half of the 6 batters she faced. Blaze Bierringer hit the first Rebel inside the park home run since 2017 to tack on 1 more run in the 6th, securing the 4-1 win over the Bears. Ole Miss hopes to stay hot at home, resuming SEC play against South Carolina this weekend. First pitch Friday is set for 6 p.m. Firing things over to the range, Ole Miss Rifle welcomes a new face to the 2021 recruiting class with the addition of Indiana native Caitlin Tinsley. She is a 4-year letter winner at Fairfield High School and has excelled in both disciplines during her high school career, claiming state runner-up honors with her team in small bore and air rifle in 2020 and 2021. Individually, she is a 3-time junior Olympic qualifier and was named NRA Distinguished Expert in small bore and air rifle. Tinsley will join the Rebs next fall, along with incoming freshman Malia Ladman. We are just weeks away from the NFL draft, and today after practice, Ole Miss defensive back Jake Springer talked to reporters about what it was like lining up against NFL hopeful Elijah Moore every day last year.
In my eyes, the best wide receiver in the draft right now. So
that, taking that and having 8, just getting that same look. Now when I'm coming into playing every other wide receiver core in the SEC, I think the game's just slowed down a little bit.
Be on the lookout for Moore's name among other former Rebs when the draft officially starts on April 29th. Chipping things over to the green, Ole Miss women's golf wrapped up regular season play Wednesday afternoon at the LSU Classic in Baton Rouge. The 5th-ranked Rebels finished with an 874, tying for second with Vanderbilt on the 2-day event. Senior Julia Johnson led the Rebels with a runner-up individual finish, making this her 6th straight top 10 finish. Johnson finished second in the field with 14 birdies over the course of 54 holes. She has shot a 73 or better in 12 of her 15 total rounds this spring. The Rebs will have a few days to sharpen up a few areas of their game before they travel to Birmingham, Alabama for the SEC Championship, April 14th through the 18th. Finishing things up on the green, Ole Miss men's golf faced a 14-team throughout the season. Rebs can focus on the trip to Georgia for the SEC Championship April 21st through the 25th. That's all I've got for sports. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at rebel_watch for all your latest sports updates. Leah, back to you. Thank you, Emily. One former Oxford police officer is using his experiences from the job and his goal of spreading love and acceptance to release a children's book. More when we return.
I just found out my work party is a +1. You want to go? This is my boss, Ella. Nice to meet you, Greg.
You're welcome. Nope, I'm high. But I'll clean the kitchen while you're gone.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.